Being human, do you ever wonder what makes us who we are? Our habits, preferences, or where we came from? We are expressing ourselves in thousands of ways every day through our choices. Let's have a conversation with people who are having interesting lives. My name is Alan Walker. I'm a doctor of chiropractic and a human being.
Here we are, Arno, at R. Thomas in Atlanta, Georgia, one of the staples for good, clean food. And it's a pleasure to be here with you and have you in Atlanta to keep doing what you do and helping chiropractors grow and have this beautiful experience. It brings me to really your passion, experience, and love for kids and children, and making sure that chiropractors have a consciousness of serving kids.
To me, if anyone understands chiropractic, it is clear that the children are the first and primary clientele of chiropractic. Because if we understand the effects of subluxation creating dysfunction, dis-ease in the body, malfunction, reducing the flow of life force in the body, why not keep the pipeline of the neurospinal system open on a consistent basis from day one? Why wait until we are 40, 50, 60 years old and the lack of life force flowing through the body has had its effect on the body over all that time, and now has grown into abnormal physiology, abnormal pathology, and so on. So to me, it's if anyone understands the principles of chiropractic, from the art and the philosophy and the science, basically, at a deep level, it automatically means that the children need to be the number one target. And I don't like to say target because it sounded like a marketing thing, but the focus where we address the children first, the babies, the pregnant woman through pregnancy, so that the child can be checked at the onset of birth. So that to me is a no-brainer. It's pure common sense if we understand the very fundamentals of the effect of subluxation on the human body, or from a positive standpoint, on the effect of keeping the pipeline of the life force flowing through the neurospinal system open at all times.
And so to inspire more chiropractors to embrace this, what would you identify, kind of two parts, maybe the three biggest mistakes that are made when adjusting children, or just addressing a family and the children in general?
Well, I think if you want to grow a really big children practice, you have to adjust the adult in such an honoring way that a woman that may have come in thinking that chiropractic is a treatment for migraine, for example, she begins to understand as a result of education, communication, deprogramming, that it's a lot more than that. It's about life force flow in the body. It's about normalizing as much neurological function as possible. Then if she has been adjusted in an honoring way, she would have no qualms bringing a newborn baby or a 3-year-old baby or 6-year-old baby. So that is primary, and this is why I always felt we had to move away from bring it to tension, lock it, adjust. That type of approach is not suitable for a parent to bring in their kids. It's not suitable. But if they've been adjusted in an honorable way, and also beyond that, in a dynamic way, in the way that every visit is different. Not it's a routine adjustment like we see so much happening in the profession, 2 dorsal, 1 lumbar, 3 cervical out. And 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the line, 3 dorsal, 1 lumbar, 3 cervical. This means what? That the body is completely stagnant, that we're doing a treatment rather than a clearing. So to adjust in a dynamic way allows the parent to see that, sometimes I came in and very little was done to me. Sometimes I came in a little bit more, and sometimes I came in nothing was done to me because I was pretty much clear. So that encouraged them to have the mindset that dentistry had done very well with, which is bring your kid for dental hygiene. It doesn't mean that every time the kids come in for dental hygiene, oh, we're going to drill for cavity, right? Same thing.
You know, it brings me to a question that I had for later, but the importance of adjusting from physiological peace, and not just physiological peace, right? That starts with the chiropractor, and then there are so many ways that the person can be at peace, not just not being torqued on the table.
Right.
And now that leading to a fundamental ingredient for growing a pediatric practice and the comfort level of parents handing you their children.
Correct. Yeah, and you know, there is a great program. The ICPA has a great program. However, a lot of people take those programs, they get a lot of tremendous information, and yet they may not have the skill to adjust structurally in an honoring way.
Right.
So I believe one of the pieces that was missing was really to bring, in many ways, the MLS approach to adjusting and blending the meningeal clearing with very clean, honoring structural adjustment. I think it's very important to understand the ease of the physiology of the chiropractor, meeting the ease of the physiology of the person on the table, because of the congruent field that has been created between the two. And then again, not adjusting as a treatment, but adjusting as a clearing of whatever needs to be done that visit, and that alone.
Yeah, speaking of the ICPA, what do you want to share perhaps about some of the earlier days with Larry Webster and just going back to your involvement on the board and with the ICPA?
We would go around, Larry Webster and I, we would go and it was called Children in Chiropractic at first, and then it became down the line, the board was formed, it became the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association. Jeannie Ohm was very involved with it. I was involved as an early member of the board, and you know, Larry passed away. It was a big blow, but thank God, Jeannie Ohm, you know, I had moved to Colorado, I think, and I was preparing the camp, the 6-day training camp. So Jeannie Ohm took on the torch and did a phenomenal job. I mean, a phenomenal job with the ICPA in growing it and expanding it and bringing it to Europe. So that has been a big momentum with chiropractic.
Is chiropractic positioned uniquely in a better place right now in the public's perception for pediatrics, or is it the same, or is it worse, or where is that?
I still believe that at this juncture, the dominant belief system of the public out there is that either chiropractors are dangerous, they are quacks, or they are back doctor. Pretty much one of those three. Once in a while, you run into a person that has gone to a chiropractor that had been de-brainwashing them, de-educating them from a medical mechanistic crisis-oriented paradigm into a vitalistic, well-being oriented paradigm, and they have a different perception of chiropractic, and they really see it for its greatest value, which is proactive life care, basically.
Yeah, and also hearing a lot lately, being reminded about as far as the paradigm, the new paradigm of living that chiropractic is bringing to the world. In our maybe just beyond infancy, maybe we're toddlers and preteen at this point, but about the not trying to change the old paradigm, but nurturing a new paradigm which makes the old paradigm obsolete. Now, doesn't that speak to exactly why the focus could be children, because they will be the new paradigm?
Of course, you know, what is it? That song from Crosby, Still, Nash and Young, teach the children well, right? Exactly. To basically, when parents bring their children on a regular basis from the birth on, what I've noticed over the years is that frequently it is the children that remind the parents to go see the chiropractor. But it has ingrained in them that you can receive care, you can be receiving a service, and you don't have to be sick to receive that service. You can go there for well-being, for wellness, with or without symptom. So it's reprogramming the mindset of humanity by addressing the children, and indeed planting the seed for a new paradigm, which in my belief and in my view is the next evolving paradigm. We cannot keep doing symptom, sickness, and disease care forever. It's failed. It has failed. It's creating more disease and more sickness than ever before. The new emerging paradigm is proactive, well-being, life care. And it may take 25, 50 years, 100 years. It doesn't matter. That has always been, in many ways, the vision of the farmer, especially BJ, emptying the hospital, not just because the sick got well, because that may or may not happen, but basically having a new mindset on taking care of ourselves while well throughout life, whether we have symptoms or not.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Arno, and it's a pleasure to share a meal with you here at R. Thomas in Atlanta.
Yeah, the great advertisement for the restaurant. The food was outrageous.
That's right.
It was great.
All right. Till next time.
Thank you.